On your mark, get set, put up the fence. This is hubby putting up our Sealion fence on our 25-foot trimaran, Free Spirit. Again, we have these ingenious posts that Ian built. That one goes on the other side. We usually keep the fence inside the inflatable as we're sailing. We had an awesome sail today. Not going too terribly fast, 6.9, but just very pleasant. Okay, and now the process begins. Did you happen to look at your watch when you started this?
No.
Okay, first stage is done. Maybe take a look at the watch. Know exactly how long it takes to put up the actual fence. These are the nose cones. The reason you have to put these on is because you don't want the sea lions to get up on your boat at all. If they even just got up onto that little nose, they would eventually inch their way onto the boat, even if the other fence was up. We've been boarded twice, and it hasn't been a pretty sight. It caused us to replace the trampolines and repaint the boat. It can be a little precarious sometimes putting the nose cones on. The boat just got a bath, so she's a little slippery, as you just heard. Okay, now we start on the big one. It's really a one-man job to do this. You notice the poles have little eyes on them that the bungees fit into. You'll see various spots in the fence where we put in white battens, which are actually blind louvers, but it helps the construction fence stand up better. And those are in there with zip ties. This is definitely by trial and error. One time after we had done this and made a fence and everything, the fence had gotten old, and so we decided to take it down because we didn't see any sea lions and figured we were safe. Well, wasn't the case. Boarded our boat again and broke the trampoline flanges, so This, unfortunately, is just what you have to do when you have a boat in Newport Beach. And unfortunately, you're not able to do anything really to deter them, except for protecting your property the best you can. You'll notice our boat neighbor also has fencing up. Okay, now that the fence is up, the tightening begins and the fixing. Like you have to readjust it just right, otherwise you end up with gaps like this. I don't know if you can see how the fence is dipping in, so it'll need to be readjusted so when the wind comes it doesn't blow down. Yeah, it is slippery, Dale. Kind of tightening it at the bow of the boat so there's not so much slack in it. And two, when this construction fencing starts to wear down a little bit, it stretches out, so you have to play with it. Another boat neighbor has fencing also. Bungee cord process. You having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like it kind of takes away sometimes from a day of boating. Definitely is a lot easier to do during the daylight, if you can imagine doing it in the dark. How's it looking?
Loose.
Okay, you need to bring it off the big pole, Dale.
Huh?
The top of the big pole. At the top of that pole.
Yeah.
Bring it down a little bit. Of course, there's always quality control people around. There we go, the nose one's in place. Those need to drop down a little bit more. Don't want anybody getting an idea that there's a little opening available. And of course at the end we always take one last tour around the boat, the inflatable, make sure it all looks good and All entrances are secure. Yeah, it's quite a sight to see several hundred-pound sea lions on your boat. Just get a little bunchy here and there and keep wrapping. Usually it goes on the outside of the motor. I guess anything worth having is worth protecting, huh? So it's just part of a boater's life here in the airport.
That's about it. We'll tighten this up after we get out.
Okay, sounds great. Say thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.